one of my favorite matches was Top Flight versus the Young Bucks, and I was highly impressed with Top Flight and how they started the matchup, controlling the pace. But the Young Bucks, they came in the middle of the match with high impact moves. And Top Flight is one of these tag teams known for high flying move sets and taking to the skies and diving off the ropes, things like that. And the Young Bucks and this team went to work on each other, and it was absolutely incredible, and I enjoyed every minute of it. It was a great match.
I thought the whole thing was phenomenal. I think to look at themselves in the Young Bucks mirror. By the way, we didn't even go over the T-shirts today. I don't have my T-shirts behind me anymore. So Alex went with Bullet Club today. Alex, I think you're gonna like the one that I have today.
Lucha Brothers, yep, Death
Yeah,
Triangle.
that triangle. That's the MLW Tag Team Championships, the Major League Wrestling. So what's cool about this shirt is it's like they sparkle. Like the shirt sparkles. It's got like I don't know. It's like glittery gold on it. I don't know. I'm gonna ask Carl what he thinks of it, because Carl, Carl has style. So I'm gonna ask him what he thinks of it as well. But I did like that match a lot. I thought it was really interesting how they really bring out these tag teams and giving them opportunities, because when you look at it, Top Flight, they were saying, oh, the Top Flight really reminds the Young Bucks of the Young Bucks when they were younger, and I felt that was interesting. And then to see at the end of the match to see Top Flight get attacked by what's the tag team?
Hybrids too.
Yeah, Hybrid 2 attacked them. That would be an interesting match. So it looks like that could be something, whether that's on Dark or that's on a future AEW Dynamite show. I'm not sure. The other thing that was interesting was Jon Moxley getting attacked. And now people are speculating, when you look at the way Jon Moxley got attacked and the way his legs were, they think there was something to do with Hangman Adam Page attacking Jon Moxley. Personally, I think Hangman Adam Page is going to eventually join FTR and Sean Spears. I think it seems pretty obvious at this point that is what is going to happen. Are you excited though for Kenny Omega, Jon Moxley too?
Oh yeah, I'm excited for this match because I believe it's going to be very, very close. It's going to be fast paced. There's going to be a lot happening in this matchup. And Kenny Omega even said last week in his interview with Alex Marvez, he said, "Hey, people are wondering where the old Kenny Omega went. Like where did he go? Why did the New Japan Kenny Omega go away? He never really went away. He was just waiting for the opportune moment, and now this is his moment to really shine and show the world that he's one of the best top competitors in AEW."
I agree with you 100%. I think this is going to be a match that you're going to see where I think Omega wins the belt. I actually think it's primed to happen. That, or I could see Moxley retaining it and Adam Page getting involved and causing a stir. We'll see. I also thought the Thunder Rosa Serena Deeb match was phenomenal, but the problem is, and I've said this weeks upon weeks, Alex, I feel like AEW doesn't promote their own women's championship. They're promoting another tag teams. They're promoting another company's belt in NWA. They don't even promote their own belt. Now they're gonna have Hikaru Shida defend the belt next week, but it's just like weeks upon weeks you're seeing Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa defend the belt. And the problem is too is at what was the last people you call it? Full Gear, the pre-show match Serena Deeb and Allison Kay was phenomenal. It was a great match. And the women's match between Nyla Rose and Hikaru Shida, and I said this on Twitter, was one of the absolute worst wrestling matches in women's history I ever saw in my life. I'm actually not even being sarcastic. It was literally one of the worst women's matches I ever saw in my life. There was no build-up. I am not a Nyla Rose fan. She doesn't fit, with certain styles of these wrestlers. Picking Vicky Guerrero as her matcher was a terrible decision. They're not doing enough for their women's division. I think the NWA division is getting more bang than AEW is, and I think that's hurting AEW's women's division a lot.
Yeah, and I agree with you. And the question is that everybody's been wondering about since she got released from WWE. Trying to remember the name. She was with
Selena Vega.
Yeah, Selena Vega. She might go to AEW or one of these companies if she decides to keep on wrestling. Hopefully that's the case. I would love to see her in AEW.
No, of course, absolutely, and that would be a key thing, right?
Yeah, that
You know,
would be
you
the
know,
key thing to have to up the ante for AEW in their women's division.
but then again, we've said that numerous times, Alex. When Deanna Purrazzo was available, they made an excuse as to why they didn't sign her, and it was a terrible decision. She's a superstar right now in Impact. I think that's one they missed the boat on. Uh, they need to sign Thunder Rosa. They have to. If they don't, they're stupid. Um, but like I said, I thought the show was good. I liked how AW did things. I thought Will Hobbs turning on Cody and Darby was interesting. I don't know if I see Hobbs as a heel, but we'll see. I do like Taz's team though, a lot actually. I think but then of course to see Pac back,
Yeah, to
and
have Pac back, his
Triangle
match
match
with
was awesome.
yeah, his match with the Blade was great. It was amazing to see him back in the squared circle after a
Eight
couple
months,
months, eight
eight
months
months,
away.
8 months he was away, and to see Death Triangle have finally get their due, I think was the right call. I think Kickson, Butcher, and Blade are going to go against Death Triangle, and I love Death Triangle. Like I said, I think it's really something that when you look at, that's a group that's going to thrive. But we'll see. Like I said, there's so many teams, and like I said, they're going the New Japan route, where you're having the factions. Like you had the Inner Circle do the take Vegas, which I thought was somewhat funny. Some of it was
Yeah, that was I loved how they did that
you
angle
know,
with them in Vegas. It was really well done, and it had a lot of funny, silly moments to it, and that's what made this week's AEW interesting.
I agree, and I think AEW really hit it out of the park this week. I thought it was a very good show. And as far as NXT goes, look, I thought NXT had the better ending. Um, you got to first off when you get to hear William Regal. See, you remember when Teddy Long used to say "one on one with the Undertaker"? Remember that? Everybody used to go crazy. It was so funny. But now you hear William Regal go "War Games," and everybody just goes crazy. It's becoming one of those slogans now of that's what you're ready for. And now you're gonna have the brand of Pat McAfee, Pete Dunne, Danny Burch, and Oney Larkin, the NXT Tag Team Champions, go up against the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong. And then you're also gonna have another War Games match of Candice LeRae's team against Shotzi Blackheart's team. I know you're a big Shotzi fan, Alex. I think and then to see Finn Balor back, I'm kind of curious where they go with Finn Balor. You also had a new North American champion,
Leon Ruff, yeah,
Leon Ruff, which is a great story. I think that's going to be like a triple threat match at War Games, which is on, I believe, the 6th. I want to say that's December 6th. I believe that's when it is. I just want to confirm that. December 6th. It's 60 degrees outside today. Wow, it's been what a beautiful day outside. Sorry, Alex, I got sidetracked there, but it's such a beautiful
I do want to get your thoughts on this on Antonio Ruas, his debut against Kushida. What were your thoughts on that, Josh?
Loved it. I thought he did a great job, and I think the big thing too is they made him look good, but they're also making Kushida look better. This seems to be what they're trying to set Kushida up for is maybe it's a North American Championship opportunity. Maybe it's an opportunity to face Finn Balor for the NXT Heavyweight Championship because their styles are so similar. It's about damn time that they gave Kushida some reigns and winning some matches in NXT because it's been far too long. But I gotta tell you, really quick, Alex, Io Shirai and Rhea Ripley tore the house down.
Oh yeah, that match was insane. I loved every bit of that match. Just the way Io Shirai and Rhea Ripley were battling back and forth, and then Io Shirai power bombing Rhea Ripley through the table was the key moment in the matchup, and that allowed Io Shirai to capitalize and take the victory. But they tore the house down, as you said, and they just delivered perfectly in that matchup, and it was fun to watch. And I props to both of these ladies for putting on a fantastic show.
I agree with you. Now, my question to you, Alex, I know, like I said, you're a big Shotzi fan. Do you like the idea of Candice and Shotzi's teams going at it in War Games?
I feel like they don't really need Candace for it, but because we, I just feel like they kind of keep adding Candice LeRae too much into these matches. I feel like they could give her a little small break and turn her towards another angle for a little bit and then have her jump back in. Because I want to see more of Candice LeRae in singles competition and what she's able to do.
Well, clearly they have what her team is set up for, right? It's going to be Candice LeRae. Who's the one that helped her?
Indy Hartwell,
Indy Hartwell, Raquel Gonzalez, and
Dakota Kai.
That's clearly going to be what Candice's team is. Now, what's Shotzi's team? I have no idea who she's going to put or pick. I'm kind of curious. I don't think Io is going to be one of them.
I feel like it could be Ember Moon, Tony Storm, one of those two.
I think both of them could join, and then what I'm thinking is I don't know who the last one could be. Who knows?
Casey Catanzaro.
She doesn't do it for me. I don't know. She just doesn't, push the needle, as they say, right? I don't think she really does it for me, because she has no personality. That's really what it comes down to. But I'm just happy to see Finn Balor back, man.
Yeah, it's great. It was great to see Finn Balor back on the show and being able to return to NXT. And I'm wondering if they're gonna put him in a match at War Games if he's gonna be medically cleared to compete.
No, I think he's gonna defend the belt. I don't know against who yet. I'm kind of curious, but we'll see. But look, and I hate that War Games is on a Sunday. Can they just stick to NXT pay-per-views being on a Saturday? So annoying that they do that.
I do have a quick update, and I posted this on my Instagram earlier. Brody Lee is injured, an ankle leg injury, so I don't know when he's going to be back, but hopefully soon. Hopefully it's not a long outed injury.
So that explains why he's been out for a while then.
Yeah, that's why he hasn't been seen on AEW TV for a little bit.
Okay. So that makes sense. But I know Hikaru Shida is going to be defending the belt against Anna Jay next week on Dynamite, which is wonky because Shida never defends the belt on Dynamite because the belt is never talked about on Dynamite. So I think that's just, to me, one of the most ridiculous things is if you're going to constantly promote another company's belt over your own belt, I find that to be a problem.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like you need to. It's your division. It's your own company's division, and I feel like you need to show more of that. You need to really give the AEW women's division a chance to build up, and lately AEW hasn't been doing that.
Exactly. Now, my last question before we go to break, Alex. What I want to ask you is, what show did you like more this week, and why? Because when we come back, we're going to have Carl from the Sports Hit List come on with us for Survivor Series. So what did you like? Which show did you like more this week? And also, I want to get Carl's thoughts on some of these shows as well. I want to be able to ask him because he's a huge wrestling fan.
So I would say AEW was the better show this week because we saw the heel turn of Will Hobbs, which was very shocking. And we saw him pick up the belt, and I felt like that really showed that he wants to be a part of Team Taz, and he made it known when he hit Cody in the face with the belt.
See, I thought he was going to take the belt and look at it and challenge Cage for it. That's what I thought was originally going to happen. Then he hit Cody with the belt, and then Darby's down, and it's just madness and chaos ensued, and everything like that. So, to me, AEW was, in my opinion, more of an entertaining show. But you know what? I liked NXT more this week, if that makes sense to you. I liked the women's match between Io and Rhea.
Yeah, I could see why.
The ending was great.
Yeah, the ending with them leaving a cliffhanger with the brawl between Undisputed Era and Pat McAfee's team. That was great. I love how they did that. And I believe it's gonna add to some mayhem next week for NXT on Wednesday.
I agree. I thought it was something that was really, in my eyes, in my opinion, something that we look back and we say this is how you build up stories.